Hello guys, welcome to the man cave, and today what we're going to do is I'm going to show you around this 1/5 scale Yamaha buggy. It's a 1/5, like I say, it's nearly 3 feet long, about 17 inches wide, and it's 26cc 2-stroke. So I don't run on nitro fuel, it runs on unleaded 2-stroke mix. And what I'm going to do is, for you guys into the 1/5 scene, will probably know that Yamaha, which is this make, uses 17mm square drive hex for the wheels, and it's a total lack of supply of the square drive rear wheels. Most of them use 24mm hex. So in order to get these wheels I've bought here on, which are 24mm hex, I bought a set of wheel adapters. The wheels, I'll start with them, come off eBay. Turns out they come from the same place that I bought the wheel adapters. So I bought the wheel adapters actually off RC Models, off their actual website, and the wheels I saw very cheap on eBay, and turns out they come from the same place, but I didn't notice that at the time. So what we've got to do is we've got to put these wheel adapters, I'm only going to put the rear ones on because I'm leaving the front ones standard. Yes, I'll have two different wheel fitments, but I'm really not that bothered. So yeah, we're going to fit these. I'm going to show you around the car so you can see what a 1/5 scale is all about. I took the pins out of the body so we can lift the body off. There you go. And it might be a little bit dirty, but I think I've cleaned it up quite well. As you can see, you've got proper oil fill shocks, proper front suspension, even bottom wishbones, and these shocks are, when you compare these to 1/8 scale, beg your pardon, you guys have probably had 1/8 scale before, where everything is in very much miniature. Everything on these is quite large, including look at the size of that steering servo. I think that steering servo is a 40 kg servo with a massive spring underneath to recenter. I mean, nothing on 1/5 scale is puny. Proper size fuel tank. There's your engine, and it's got a proper differential and metal gears on the side, adjustable rear wishbone as well, so you can adjust your front and rear camber, and underneath is a massive aluminium chassis. So these are quite big, and the car itself is actually quite heavy as well. So the first thing we've got to do to get these on, now I've showed you around the car, we're going to undo these wheels and see what they're like. Now 1/5 wheels are quite expensive. Some people are wanting £200 for just a set of 4 wheels used. These were remarkably cheap, or I think they are, at 30 quid for a pair, and they come on, you know, they come fitted on the wheels with new foams, new wheels, and are £30 a pair, which are perfect. Front wheels, or front tyres should I say, tend to last quite a while on these because they're not 4-wheel drive, this is a 2-wheel drive buggy. But as you can see, these wheels are wider than the standards. But like I say, these wheels on here, really they're a dual purpose wheel for a mix of tarmac and off-road. I do not use this thing on tarmac at all. I tend to use it on sand and loose gravel, woods. So I have no need really. I think a knobbly tyre will be better suited to my needs than the narrow multi-purpose tyre. So what we're going to do is take the wheel off. So we'll get the tools out and we will get the socket out. At the minute this holds on with little tiny 10mm nuts. Our little 10mm nylocks. That's one off. So we might as well buzz the other one off as well. Excuse the camera angle here, but I might as well take them both off together, and then we'll get these changed over quick. Now if these don't fit, this is not going to make a very good video, because as you can see I haven't even unpacked these things yet, so I have no real idea whether they're actually going to fit, but I've been told they will fit on these hubs. So as you can see, there's the original wheel. Now what we're left with once that's off is the square drive what the wheel goes on. As you can see, it's a 17 square. I need to take these grub screws out, so let's get the tool. Which Allen key is it for these grub screws? That one's too big. That's the one. So let's undo these grub screws. And these should that one's on. There's only two. Why isn't that coming off? Maybe I got. Very bizarre. I thought these would come off now. Obviously they don't want to come off. I've never had these off before, but I assumed with them two grub screws these would come off. Don't appear they want to come off. So why don't these come out? I thought these would have came off there. Obviously they don't want to come off. A screwdriver. Cool. These are certainly on here. Certainly are on. For some reason they don't want to come off. Very bizarre. Let me pause this a minute so I can work out how this comes off. Back in a second. Right guys, we're back again, and after quite a bit of struggling I managed to get the little 19mm hex off. It turns out someone hadn't fully tightened the grub screws at some point, and it had actually burred the shaft up, so the aluminium had sort of not welded itself, but it had sort of jammed, not allowing it to come off. I sincerely hope the other side comes off easier, so we'll keep them in case we need them. Now we'll undo the new hex drives. I'm only going to want two of them, so I'm only putting the rear ones on, so we'll put the other two back. Now I haven't checked to see if these actually fit. I'm hoping they will. Nicely machined. These also come from RC Models. I had a heck of a job to find a set of these, because I was googling for oh yeah, the other ones. I was googling for things like 19mm to 24mm hex adapters and 1/5 buggy adapters, all kinds of things, and I just couldn't find them. It turns out I should have gone on to the only place I could find them was this RC Models place and another place in Germany which was on eBay. But I went on RC Models after somebody on one of the Facebook groups told me, and they said to look up, I think that was called the Mad Max 24mm hex conversion, and there they all were, quite easy. So yeah, there they were all quite easy to find, and they weren't that badly priced either. They were I think they were delivered about £38 a set. You've got to bear in mind here, everything 1/5 is a lot dearer than 1/8. I'm warning you now, if you're thinking of getting into 1/5, forget everything you know about the price of 1/8 parts. 1/5 are triple, quadruple, very expensive. Quite why, I'm not so sure, but they are very expensive. So we've got our grubs in. I haven't even attempted to take the other side one off yet. I sincerely hope it comes off a lot easier than this one just did. I hope this one will actually go back on that slightly burred up shaft. Grub screws are too tight. Right, is it going to go on? See, that shaft has got a slight high spot right there, which is stopping this. I don't know whether you can see, I'll tell you what the problem is. Right there, where that shoulder is, there's a little bit of a high spot. So I might have to get a little Dremel out. I've tried a bit of sandpaper, and that's just like that shoulder is slightly raised where the grub screw hadn't been fully tightened and dry's been put through. You can see it's gouged around it. So I think I'm going to have to get my little Dremel out and just go over that. Right, I'm not going to expect you to watch me do that, so I'll be back again in a second. Right guys, I've cleaned the shaft up and pleased to report now, with a little bit of fettling on the which one did I have on? So a little bit of fettling on the shaft, and now, there you go, the hex adapter is on. I sincerely hope, I don't want to have to go through this again, I sincerely hope the other side isn't going to fight me as much. Right, there we go. So we have the hex adapter on that side. So now we're going to try on one of the new wheels. So there's one of the old ones, there's the new one, same size but wider. So let's see what this looks like with the new wheels. I'm hoping they're going to fit on there a treat. There you go. Oh, look at them. Oh yeah. They even give you a big spanner to do them up with. Ah, that's brilliant. Right, I'm going to be brave and try and do the other one live on camera. I do sincerely hope this one comes off easier, because they should, take the grub screws out, they should just pull off. Nah, just like that. That is how the other one should have come off. And this one should go on. There's our flats. There you go. Look how easy that went on there. That's how quick it should go. So, sorry about all the cutting and breaking into the video, but I really did need to, I am going to keep these old adapters just in case I ever want to put them other wheels back on. So it's only a case of undoing them two grubs, pulling them off. Where did I put the other one? There you go. So let's get this other wheel on. And then we'll get the body shell back on. Oh, look at that. That is super. Oh yes. Alright, here is our, oh that looks 10 times better. There's our 1/5 with the bigger back wheels on, that much wider. So yeah, it's phenomenal. That is brilliant. Look at it now. That looks so much better for off-road. So much better. Right, let's get the body back on the thing. These bodies do all just hold on with our clips. So they're quite straightforward to get on. Where are the R clips for the body, by the way? There they are. Excuse me for leaning in front of the camera again. I just need to get the R clips. Then we can see what she looks like with the body fully on and then new wheels. Come on, where's the hole? Well, oh, there it is. As you can see, these cars have got quite a bit of suspension travel. Remember, these are 1/5, so these are actually 1/5 the size of a proper buggy or sandrail, whatever. There you go. Now, she is all back together. And you can see, when it comes to ground clearance on this, I can get my hand and my arm clean under it. That gives you some idea just how big these are compared to 1/8. I mean, there is tons of room underneath there. So much so that the wheel just about goes under it, and that wheel is 170 by 60, so these wheels are 60 wide, and that actually fits underneath it. So you've got 60mm of ground clearance on these things. They are quite beast. I say this is only 2-wheel drive, and when I take it out I will show you it running. It starts absolutely fine. It goes absolutely perfectly. I think on good tarmac, if you set the suspension up, it will do about 52 miles an hour. Obviously off-road you're not going to get that, because it will lose traction at any speed. If you give it full throttle, you can snake and do donuts, and it'll just spin its wheels at any speed really when you're on loose gravel. But speed isn't really what I'm into with these, it's more of the off-road capability. I mean, I've took this up sort of banks which are 60-70 feet high at about 30-40 degrees, and it just scrambles up and it'll just scrap its way, do 20 mile an hour all the way up it, no problem. So yeah, these are very capable off-road, even though it's only 2-wheel drive. It takes brilliant jumping. Things are going to break on this though more than a 1/8, simply because they are heavy. These are heavy buggies. You know, a 1/8 you can pick up with a finger. With these, they are quite weighty. Haven't actually weighed it, but I'm guessing at least 10 kilos. They are quite heavy indeed. You've got to remember, you have everything's solid on it, everything's metal. You know, there's a proper differential in there. There's a proper metal gears in the back. There's a proper bell clutch in it, which is a sports clutch. You know, a proper aluminium and steel 2-stroke engine. And as I say, the shocks are absolutely massive. I mean, there's a 19mm spanner, 17mm spanner, just to give you some scale of just how big the shocks are. These are huge. Everything on these cars is big. So yeah, that is a 1/5 scale Yamaha, and that is how to convert the wheels from the 19mm square to the 24mm hex. And these wheels were dirt buster. Now, some people on the group say you'll wear these tyres out ever so quick because they're cheap, and others say, well, you know, they're okay. So we'll see. I say, because you can pay up to £70 just for one tyre. Just for one tyre you can pay up to £70 for these, which are 170 by 80s, I think these are. Or are they 170 by 90s? No, 170 by 80s. So they're 20mm wider than the originals. So we'll see how they go. If they do rip them to pieces, to be honest with you, for the money they cost, the back wheels were worth it. Because I didn't have a set of the wider back wheels. I just had these narrower ones. So if I have to put new tyres on these wheels, I can. Of course the tyres do come off easy. There's proper bead locks on here which hold on with Allen keys. So you take the Allen keys off and then the tyres just pull off with a foam inside them, and you just slide them back on, put the ring back on, they're called bead locks, put them back on with the Allen keys and you're ready to go. These aren't pneumatic, there is a foam in them. So alright, I'm not going to bore you anymore. Sorry about the cuts in the video, but I really wasn't expecting the other side hub to fight me quite so much. But yes, I'm going to say bye bye for now. Please like and subscribe. I will post a video of this beast as I'm using it one day. I did try filming the other day, but when you're on your own and trying to work a controller and a GoPro, it doesn't really work. You need a camera person. So next time the other half is free, or a mate of mine is free, I will get them to be cameraman. So there is the Yamaha 1/5 26cc 2-stroke buggy, and I'm going to say bye bye, and bye bye for now. Like and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Bye bye.